What up, Wheatfield? What up, what it do? Welcome back to the Wheatfield, y'all. Welcome to you. I feel like we just did a message because that was at like 4 a.m. I think we got about done with it, but it's already noon here when we filming this one on 6/19/2023. Welcome to this year's celebration of Juneteenth. I mean, we ain't doing nothing extra different anyway. We just gonna read some cards and hang out with the ancestors. Ashe. We already done brewed a cup of coffee, even though it's late. Ancestors said we gonna have one anyway. We ate a cheese Danish. It was good. We offered it up. First bite, we kind of took a bite and then we had to take that out. Don't worry about it. I know it's kind of gross. But we are practicing on offering up the first and the last to the Alpha and Omega in creation. I mean, we have everything in between, because by that time, the Alpha be done gave back what we need. Like, yeah, you can have this. This is your blessing. And then the Omega come in at the end and say, yep, I'm sealing it up. This is your blessing. This is what you are to receive, to eat. And it's always more than satisfying. But get this. I took a bite and I forgot to offer it up before I took the bite, right? And I was like, ooh, so you know how we do the thing. I ain't chewed it yet. I just took the whole bite to set it. Like, you want this one? She was like, no, I don't want nothing you already done. Put in your mouth like that. So I said no. So I put it down on the napkin, right? And then we started all over again. We took, the Danish and we offered it up, and all of us come in and eat, give me what it is and eat with me so you could experience this here cheese Danish, because it wasn't one of the ones that got them big ass hard sugar crystals on the top. I don't like that. Why would you take, I get it, some people like it, they obviously do, because every stove I see at the bakery do it the same damn way. The shit is already sweet and content of sugar is like the what, zing, right? But then you got to put these, and then it's these big ass sugar crystals on there, like huge crystals of sugar. Like, y'all couldn't grind this shit down a little bit more? Like, I'm chewing on rock candy all while I'm trying to eat a muffin at the same time. Like, who thought of, anywho, that's my rant. But these got powdered sugar on top. So I was like, ooh, that look different. Let's try it. So Spirits was like, yes, that look good. Let's get it. They had me get all kind of snacks, y'all. I'm telling you, we got these little bitty thin Oreos with the chocolate in the inside. Now, them shits right there. Ooh, something good, ain't they? Yes. Anywho, okay, y'all. So we offered up the Danish, right? And then we was able to take a nice bite. Like, yeah, that's good, right? And then I was like, okay, well, maybe they gonna say that little first bite that we screwed up on for the eating. And we got to I offered up, like, do you want this one or do you want that one as the last? It said this one right here. So we, offered that last bite up, ate it, it was good. Rolled that first one up that we fucked up on, threw it away. And I honestly don't even miss it. I was full anyway. So you take that for whatever you want to take it as. I'm just saying. I'm proud for today. I'm proud for today. Yes, I am. I'm full of pride today. I am. I'm pretty excited. And I was thinking about the message that we gave last night and how choppy it was. Well, first with the pride, let's back up. Squirrel to what? Hey, y'all. Hey, welcome to the Wheat Field. What up, y'all? It's Wheat. What it do? If you do, welcome to the Wheat Field. Welcome to you. I know I'm kooky. I know I'm kooky. It's like, what is this? It's supposed to be tarot. It's supposed to be a reading. It's going to come together for sure. I'm saying it is. It always do. Always do. Yeah. No, don't say that. It ain't gonna come together. Yeah, okay. Anywho. Okay. Yeah, because I'm like, wait a minute. What's happening, right? Y'all, we was up. We got a message. It was like 1:30 in the morning. We did this message, and it was, when I say it was clunky, messy, sloppy, like just a hot ass fuck mess. I'm like, what the hell is this shit? We got somebody that got hooked in and maybe invested in the family of the person that they with. And something happened. I don't know if it happened with family money or they money or somehow, or investment went wrong, something like that. Something went, and whoever they hooked up with took off. Like, yeah, no, we not rocking with you no more. So this person is feeling real heartbroken. But there was something going on with the family, and I kept getting the parents is really involved in this. right? And it's like, however they raise their kiddo, be it male or female, we really don't know, right? Yeah, it's more about the coin than it is about the heart. It's like, if it ain't bringing us no money, it felt like some old ass Game of Thrones shit. Like, if we ain't fucking coming together and creating alliances and partnerships and wealth, then you can't be with them. And that's what it really felt like, right? But this person, like, whoever you are, if you're still watching, had a great heart. And it's like, I might put it out there anyway, because look, let me check it. Let me tell you, we having our sip, our coffee, thinking about the day, the ancestors and everything, and thinking like we celebrate Juneteenth, but that's because that's when the last of our ancestors here in the States that were enslaved learned that they were already free. Right, so it's not like this is the day that the Emancipation Proclamation came down and like, boom, y'all free, or everybody slaves, however you want to put it. Same thing either way, because we are cogs in this machine of capitalism, and considering that 1% of the population hold 98 or percent of the freaking wealth. So what does that mean for the rest of the population? I mean, you take it for however you want to take it, but that's what I'm just saying. POV is the whole thing. Right, so The Last of Us, I think down in Texas, finally heard that they had been freed. And I think they had been freed for like a year or something like that by the time they found out. And yeah, that's real fucked up, ain't it? That's real fucked up to know that, like, people holding you hostage in a situation unbeknownst to you, when you free to move around. Like, I hear the ding like that. What is that? It's an airline, something like that, or something where it say ding, free to move around. Like, that's what I hear. And it's like, yeah, that's real fucked up, where they was still under the guise and the understanding that they were locked up. Like, that whole mental fuck game of dark psychology and manipulation, just playing evil, to hold people against like property still, even though, like, I mean, that was just a thing. By that point, you talking about how many years? Hundreds of years. So it's like, by this point, they just presume like this is what it's supposed to be. But how could you ever really think that, like, from a individual standpoint, that people pose to be your property and they pose to do this and you pose to sit in this? That shit is fuckery. That shit is taught. And then people teach others to do fucked up shit, and that's what I was feeling in this family. Like, these people taught their kids that others are to be used for monetary gain. Like, you're supposed to strategize and you're supposed to get what you can get, because that's what relationships are about. Like, it's real fuck transactional. And everything around here pretty much is transactional. When you look at, like, even how we operate with each other on an individual basis, it's all fucking transactional, right? If I'm not giving you no, then you don't want no time. You don't want to give me no time. And the only time you want to give me is when we getting ready to get it in. You know what I mean? And I'm not fucking with you if you ain't got no money. Like, cause what for? I wouldn't give a shit how fat you was, or how smart you are, or how great your heart is. If you ain't got nothing to give, then I ain't giving you shit. And that's how people be these days. It's all transactional. It ain't nothing that's really, well, I ain't gonna say it ain't nothing, because that's real absolute, and that's just not the truth. Absolute saying for real, but it's the outliers now for people to connect over genuine energetic connection, to be aligned according to purpose and to service. Just saying. You don't see a whole lot of they are not the norm in today's society. It's not. It's folks hooking up because somebody look good and somebody got bread. And if you got enough bread to buy the person that look good, then enough said. But in that situation I read last night, I might throw it up anyway, because it's a hot ass mess of a read. I really couldn't figure out what the hell was going on, because it felt like his shit was all over the place. We had parents involved and they on some fuckery, especially that mama. She kept showing up in reverse. Like, who the hell is this chick, right? And then, I mean, like, And then, it was just a mess. Like, did they leave? Did you leave? Are you trying to leave? Or did they leave you and you haven't left them energetically? That's what, yep, you hadn't left them energetically. It was like, not you, I don't know if you watching. If you watching, then this is for you. I'm just saying. Like, this person had not left energetically. They were even still trying to figure out how to apologize and reconcile the whole situation. Like, I would still put myself out there for somebody that obviously don't want me for me. They want me for my pocket, for my money, for my body. It's some sort of form of vanity that they looking for. And this person got your whole heart. Like, toxic. And the source is calling you to walk away, to choose you. Like, exalt your own soul. Like, if you take the risk to exalt your own soul, right, to do what's good for your highest good, I'm going to bless you. And then I'm not even going to bless you and restore you, but I'm going to give you your counterpart to help you. You do some healing, because you don't take that toxic hurt shit into the next relationship. No. Sit down and heal for a minute. And we had about a year timing to go ahead on and do that. But we was like, okay, we can't leave this message like this. Because like I said, it was all over the place. There was a lot of shit going on. Right? But we decided to redo it, get it real clear, real concise, get it out there. And then, let it sit twice and just see. Source says we probably gonna put it back out there. We just gonna throw it up there. And if you can get through it, you can make some sense out of it, then, maybe parts resonate for you, maybe they don't. You know what I'm saying? Just take what's for you and leave the rest. Because it's a hot ass mess. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just saying it really, really is. But it brought us to this morning, right? Because it's still brewing. I'm like, I still feel this energy. Like, what is going on? Turn on one of my favorite readers. I think her name is like Peppermint Tarot or Love Peppermint or something like that. Anyway, girl name is Shanita. She funny as shit, real as hell. I mean, I love her reading. She be going. I mean, when you talking about you want to hear some brass tacks, truth, okay? She ain't gonna hold you up. Not damn bit. Not an iota, not an inch. She gonna give it to you like it really is. Okay, look. She get to reading. I mean, like, she literally just had put this up. And by the time y'all get this, it's going to be like, an hour, 2 hours from when I'm filming it. But from right now, when I'm saying it, she literally put that video up like maybe 30, 40 minutes ago. So I'm thinking to myself, this her first reading of the day. Shanita be hilarious. She be getting me going. She be cracking me up, right? When I say this chick start reading the same shit I read last night, I was like, what the? Now see, I know I wasn't tripping. It's a lot of shit going on in this situation. And, I'm talking about from transactional shit to money getting fucked up and shit to this crazy ass mama and a whole family that's on some bullshit. And then it made me go back to what today was. Again, it's the celebration of Juneteenth. And how people have been held hostage mentally. Like they didn't know that they was free. That it was even legal for them to move around. And then I thought about it. That's family that's fucking with this person. Right? People you supposed to be in camaraderie with. Folks that supposed to have your back. But we know that shit is like to what anyway. Like most people that'll fuck you over, first of all, they be family, Ashe. They would do some fucked up shit. Whether it's intentional, unintentional, whether you've been fucking manipulated, whether you've been gaslit, all kind of shit. Right? Take advantage of the fact that you close, that you young, that whatever the case may be, they take advantage of thee. They may use the fact that, we have an emotional connection, emotional bond to do some fucked up shit. To talk about you, to come against you, to compete with you. You like, what the fuck we in competition for? We in the same damn family. We supposed to be on the same team. When I rise, you rise. We do this thing together. But that wasn't the case. Even for our folks back in the day, I was thinking about Nat Turner in the revolution that he was trying to create. And I'm talking about you going on 3 days of just like, to what? And get turned in by one of his own peeps. Every time one of the freaking ops failed, it was because people got scared and they turned back to what they knew, what they was comfortable with, even though that thing was oppressing them. I mean, seriously, like, every single time, most of the time that our plans are like, because it wasn't like we just sat in bondage and was like, oh, we just not gonna try to get free. No, people rage revolutions. They had plenty of times that, god damn it, yo, we had to come back. We had to open the door for my daughter who left the key. So we're gonna try to mesh these up together, and then the audio might be off a little bit, but just roll with your girl, go with it. Anywho, like we were saying, you know, it wasn't like people have an intention usually. Well, some do, right? They get trapped in situations and in that mindset, and they don't want to do nothing different. They too afraid to step out, to free themselves, to be free, to give themselves the space that they need to reach their destiny. Like to walk away from what's familiar so that you can have the best for self. People are really scared of that. Because you think about how many of us, our peeps was on them plantations, more than enough to overrun the staff, more than enough to overrun anybody that would come against them. But most were scared, you know, just following along like sheep, you know. And it takes one or two people to be brave enough to break out and to do something different. But then there's always that Judas energy. Always that Judas energy. The one that's going to turn you in. And that Judas energy is usually somebody you know. They your fam. They your friends. It's never the person that you think that it's going to be your enemy. It's not. It's always somebody that you sit with, that you close to, that's your brethren. Now, I'm not going to say, you know, I'm completely innocent, because I'm not. Testimony to roll, I done hurt people that's close to me before, you know, and definitely did it unintentional. I don't have a lying spirit. I just don't. I don't. I'll fuck around, and my friends know, don't tell lie. Nope. I'm not the one to be like, oh girl, we was such and such, just say we was here. No. I will fuck that shit up, Ashe. I will tear it up. Okay? And the fact that it's just, like I said, so people do it so intentional. The fact that, you know, people are comfortable in binding mindsets, like they fight to stay closed in. They fight against being free. They will fight against being free. They rage against being free. Against freeing your mind, against thinking about things differently. Like, it's people that literally keep their mind closed to everything. Like, if I didn't learn it from my parents type shit, I didn't see it growing up, then to me it don't exist. It's not a real thing. It's not something that I want to take a risk and see. And I'm talking about from food to drinks to living, anything. Like, if it's not from what I learned growing up, what was modeled to me, I'm not doing it. And I don't want to consider it. And the fact that you even talking about it makes me feel real fuck uncomfortable. And I think that is bananas in this day and age, yo. Like, every day we have the opportunity to learn. What's the point of being free if you're not going to do anything differently? You're going to continue to do the same thing? We're going to continue, and I'm just talking about us now because it's the celebration of us, you know, having the understanding, the awareness that we were free. Because it's not the day that we became free. This is not our Independence Day. It's not. But it was the day that the last ones learned that they were free, Ashe. It was the learning and the knowingness, the awareness that they were free, that they could move around. It is a freeing of your mind day, in my opinion. And that's why I love to celebrate. That is why I love to think deeply, to think differently, to learn something different all the time. Because learning things different will free you. It will help you free yourself so that you can reach your higher self, that you can be your full potential. You got these little bitty people, these little few holding down a whole mass of folks, and it's only a few of them in there that's really willing to go out and step out and fight and rage against that which is oppressing them. And then when you do that, you got the few that's in your own camp trying to hold you down, that's fucking up the plan and getting folks caught, and now this person is cut to pieces and shipped all over the motherfucking South and everywhere to show that you don't do this shit. We done scared you into submission, and we still talk about that now. I'm like, it ain't like our rights not going fucking backwards, like we losing rights like left and right, and nobody pays attention. Because our mind is technically, truly still not free. We expect it to be the way that it always is, and it ain't going to be no different. And we have mentally accepted that state of conditioning. It's like Pavlov's syndrome, right? It's like you keep something caged up for so long, you can open up the door and they don't move. Why? Because they still believe that the cage door is closed. They can't get out. It don't take nothing until for one little puppy or one little, to go and look like, damn, the door is open. We're free to move around. Something, some sort of message, something to come in and say that you're free to move around. I don't know. That's just what I got. The fact that not only homegirl said the same thing and started reading the same thing, and then what today is, and like people just don't know. It's conditioning. It's how they were raised, and that same mindset still affects us today. It does. So we're gonna mesh these two up. We're gonna come back real fast and do a read, because I don't want the video to the audio to be off. I want it to be real clear for that sense of clarity. We're going to throw that other one up too, maybe a little later on. It's a hot ass mess, but take only the parts that resonate with you. It's happening to somebody, and maybe somewhere the shit makes sense, because a lot of things that people do just don't. It don't make no fucking sense, because we be talking about common sense, but common sense is just not all that common. It's just not. I'm just saying, because it don't make sense for you to come against your own peeps. It don't make sense for you to compete against your own fam. It don't make sense for you to be envious and deceitful and work against the people that's there for you. It just don't, But again, sense ain't all that common. We'll be back in a minute. Ashe.